Presidential primary day, voters in Missouri and 4 other major states are casting ballots in what some politicians call the second Super Tuesday. KY3's Sarah Forhetz joins us now from Elizabeth Ann Seton Church in Southwest Springfield with a check on turnout as well as other places. Sarah, long lines?
A long line, Steve. Yeah, it is about 30 minutes wait here at St. Elizabeth Ann Seton. And so far, there have been about 1,500 people cast their votes at this polling place. That was since they opened at 6 o'clock this morning. And I just got off the phone with Greene County Clerk Shane Scholler. He is expecting about 45% turnout today. That means 45% of people registered to vote will turn out to vote. This is some video from this morning, even lines this morning at 6 a.m. at some of the polling places in town. And the bellwether predictions right now, the lowest precinct has been at 19%, the highest at 26%, but by the time polls close tonight, Steve, at 7 o'clock, we're expecting somewhere around 45%, which is higher, actually, than in 2008. Absentee ballots, we know right now, are already higher than they were in 2008. Visits from Ted Cruz, a Republican going for the president, and Bernie Sanders, of course, on the Democratic side, they were in town over the weekend. That's getting people fired up to get out to vote. But technically, Steve, Missouri is going to be the least watched primary today for both Democrats and Republicans. That's simply because the number of delegates to be had today, we are offering fewer than 100 on both the Democratic and Republican side, 52 for Republicans, 71 for Democrats. The major states, of course, Ohio and Florida, because Ohio, of course, is Kasich, John Kasich's home state. Marco Rubio is from Florida. So those are really the most watched because those are winner-take-all delegate states. So Missouri, not a huge heavy hitter today, but of course, Super Tuesday is called Super for a reason. We talked to some voters who are voting for their very first time today.
This year's actually my first year voting ever, which is kind of exciting. I really wasn't into politics until this year very much, but as I've grown older, I've kind of decided it's important that I take a stand in who I think should run the United States, especially because of all of the candidates that are happening right now. There's a lot of controversy surrounding a lot of them, and it's more important than ever that we make sure that we have our voices heard.
And the last poll that was taken for Missouri was on Friday. That just kind of goes to show you the gauge leading up to this. Missouri right now only has that one poll. Trump is leading by 7% on the Republican side. And Clinton and Sanders, Steve, as of Friday, neck and neck, a poll between 7 and 9%, but that's actually the margin of error as well. So really Clinton and Sanders neck and neck right now. NBC News has the the Republican side, rather, going to Ted Cruz. So we'll see if his visit to Springfield makes an overall impact on statewide numbers. And here is a look at the ballot. If you're not familiar, surely you are, but if you're not, with who's all on the ballot on both the Democratic and Republican ticket, you're going to see everyone who's been in the race. It's not narrowed down. Of course, a lot of the people have dropped out by now. So do your homework before you go. Of course, that's always a good rule of thumb on Election Day. And we will see tonight at 7, Steve, who takes Missouri.
All right. Thank you, Sarah, and we'll see you again.